Okay, so Grandma, what are you doing?
I'm going to put hot water
Uh-huh.
in the mixing bowl so the mixing bowl is warm.
Love it. Awesome. What do you want it again? 100 and...
5 to 115.
And then activate the yeast.
Yes.
Okay.
Use a dough hook.
Okay, we use a dough hook attachment for the
Yes.
KitchenAid.
Right.
KitchenAid is required.
Yes.
We're gonna put the milk.
The sugar,
Uh-huh.
the salt, and the butter in a little saucepan and
Okay.
melt it.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a 1/4 cup sugar.
Okay. 3 tablespoons butter, 1/4 cup sugar, and then 2 teaspoons of salt. And this is the yeast we'll use.
Matter if I use half and half.
Okay.
Because I don't.
You don't buy milk. Okay, so you use do you typically use half and half?
But for years I used milk and it came out the same.
Okay, so half and half or milk, and it was what, a half a cup?
Half a cup.
Okay. Sugar is also in there, putting the 2 teaspoons of
So
salt.
we've got the milk, we've got the sugar, we've got the salt, we've got the butter.
Okay, so we are melting this on low, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you want this to be lukewarm?
Yeah, it says lukewarm.
Okay.
I mean, I don't, it's going to be hot because it's going to be melted. So I'm going to pull it off and let it cool
Okay.
while we mess with the other stuff.
While we mess with the other stuff, okay. So when this cools down, do you put the yeast in right away, or do you wait for it to cool down?
So yeast goes in water.
Oh,
So
okay.
you look on that.
Okay.
The yeast, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that while this cools down.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get
Okay.
that ready.
Oh, okay. Do it until it looks
Got it.
like this, all combined and dissolved. Let it cool down here, and then we're gonna dissolve the yeast in the warm water. Okay, so what are we doing? We're taking 1.5
I
cup
want 1.5 cups.
of warm water.
Yeah, but this is water. I'm so weird. This is just my purified water.
Okay, and then we'll warm it up.
I'm going to put it for a little bit in the microwave.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. This is a really, because
Eyeball it like by feel.
yeah, well,
Okay.
I'm going to measure the temperature.
Okay. Oh yeah, you'll measure the temperature, which
Yeah.
is 105 to 115 Fahrenheit. The temperature is critical, you would say.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Okay. How long did you microwave it?
I wait for about 30 seconds. Might have a really weak microwave, though.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so old.
Well, you're 10 degrees away. I think you gotta do a few
I
more.
got to do it a little bit. Cool down, though.
Okay, so if it's above 105, that's,
I'm not using it.
you're not using it. Okay.
I'm going to wait for it to cool down. It'll
So
cool down.
105?
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
cool down in just a little bit. It doesn't
Okay.
take much to cool it down.
All right, so we're waiting for this to cool to 105. We're checking in on this. Cool down too. We're gonna do to 115.
Now we're going to try to do like just a little over.
110, like 110?
Yeah.
Okay, we're putting it back. We'll do it to 110.
So,
Okay, we're gonna dissolve the yeast in the warm water in the warm mixture bowl.
hold on, this is better. This did not get all that warm.
No?
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe I'll just dissolve it in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the more time in the hot water, the better, probably.
It's because the yeast is actually a living thing.
Yeah. So you do one of those?
No, I do 3. See?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's kind of
Oh, 3
unusual.
packages. Yeah,
but
that's
this
a lot.
rises fast.
Okay.
You
All
can
right.
stir that up if
Yeah.
you want. But we need a over here. We'll just fork it around.
All right, so we pour it in and we stir it. And we're looking for what?
It to dissolve, sort of.
Okay.
It should be different.
All right,
Okay.
3 packets in. This isn't dissolved, right? Like I should still keep going? Or
Yeah, I think it's good.
That's
I
good?
mean, we're going to pour it back over
Oh,
in
true,
here.
true, true. Okay, then we put it in here.
You know, our well water is perfectly safe, too.
Oh, I got it.
But
We're getting every last bit out of that and in there. All right, we're
Oh, I
sitting
did
it over
that.
here.
All to get it on right.
And we just let it sit, hang out there?
Now we're going to start mixing everything together.
Oh, okay.
So I need my cup. Add the lukewarm milk mixture and 4.5 cups
Okay,
of
so it
flour.
doesn't need to sit. The yeast doesn't need to sit. Okay, we're going straight.
I like some of that, like
Residual heat?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so we're adding how much flour? It is 5 to 6 cups of
But right now we're only adding 4.
Okay. And so we're adding the butter mixture.
4.5.
And then we're gonna do 4.5 cups of flour?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Just kind of.
Okay, we're putting in 4.5 cups of flour. That's how she does it. That's how she levels it out. This is important.
This is 3
Okay.
and 4.
10.
Okay, so we need a half.
Okay. Okay, putting on the dough hook. This is 4.5 cups flour, the butter mixture, and then the yeast with the water. Nothing has been sitting. We're just going straight to mixing.
Yeah.
And then we just mix the dough hook.
Yeah. So we're a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
We're gonna turn to 2.
Okay, turn to 2.
And we're going to mix it to about a minute.
Okay.
But this part you kind of want to judge.
You want to like eyeball?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we had 4.5 cup flour in here on 2. And then we added in half cup intervals to get to 5.5.
Right.
So we have 5.5 cups flour and we want to about 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, but I'm not even really timing it.
You're looking for the dough to cling.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. And only.
Okay, so once it looks like this or a little bit more?
A tiny bit more.
Okay, we're going to let this totally release from the sides and then we'll do an extra 2 minutes. We'll do an extra 2 minutes longer once this is completely dry. All right, so we like where we're at.
Yeah.
So now do we do the 2 minutes longer?
Yeah.
Okay, so then when it looks like this, just do 2 more minutes on 2. While this is happening,
I'm going to
grease it with butter.
Butter.
Okay, grease a big bowl. So you don't really time it for 2 minutes, you just...
Well, I am timing.
Oh, you are timing it. Okay, timing it for 2 minutes. Oh, I don't know if we pressed start though.
I did.
Oh, we did. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
1 minute. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's still 2 minutes. Okay. This looks great. Put some butter in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you doubted.
Yeah, no. It
It's so
absorbed all the
weird.
flour. It looks gorgeous. It's glistening with a little butter. We have 6 seconds left.
Yeah.
All right. Timer's done.
Yeah, I'm going to let it go a tiny bit longer because
Okay.
it wasn't quite cleaned on the bottom.
Okay, and we want it to be cleaner than this.
Well, it is clean,
Okay.
but since I started to time it,
Oh, okay.
I think we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's done.
Okay, that's done.
All right, so you're just kind of grabbing it.
Yeah.
Is it heavy?
No, but a little bit of it's stuck.
Oh, okay.
So it says in the directions that it's supposed to be smooth and elastic, and it will be slightly sticky, which
Okay.
it is. I don't
Yeah.
know about. Okay, so I'm just going to sit it in there,
Yep.
and then I'm going to cover it with this towel.
Okay.
And it says let rise in a warm place, free from drafts, 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. So you'll
Which
just do
you
on your
can
oven.
go a little,
You can
that
go
isn't
longer.
exact. You could,
Okay.
but I'm going to put in, let's say, 25.
Okay. 25 minutes.
Although it's pretty warm in here,
for
isn't
rising.
it?
Yeah, and it's above the warm oven.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Well.
do 20.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing 20.
These thing it says to there,
What does it say? Oh, grease it and then flip
It
it
says
over.
turning to grease top.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. There you go.
Something I wanted to ask you. So can you pre-make these to warm up later, or do you?
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what you do. So we're making these now.
We'll make these now.
Uh-huh.
And you want to let them cool if you're going to make them and use them later.
Yep, let them
you
cool.
You want them cool on wire racks.
Okay.
So
Yep, so that
and separate.
no moisture. Okay.
Separate.
And then do you just put them in the fridge or leave them out?
I leave them out because it's only and sometimes if it's going to be hours, I put them in a plastic bag.
Okay.
But
and then you'll
want to
just
make sure
reheat
they're
them.
really cool.
Yeah, make sure they're really cool.
And just reheat them for a minute or two.
In the oven.
In the oven.
Okay. All right. So
see how it changed?
Yep, it's bigger now. And then what do we do?
We're going to put it on a floured board, and we're going to roll it out, and we're going to shape it into rolls.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're getting a board. We got a board with some flour.
Now more flour.
Gently taking it out.
And we're going to sit it down.
Okay. And so at this point, is this when we
we're going to roll it out.
Roll it out to be kind of thin. Okay.
So that we'll
all right. So we melted some butter in a sheet pan in the oven. How much butter was that? Like a couple tablespoons, maybe?
Yes. Some.
Some butter.
So you want it like it's creased, but we can.
Okay, so we're gonna do gently, not.
Anytime you're like working with dough and stuff, you want to be nice to it.
Okay, we're being nice and gentle, and rolling it out to be flat. So this looks good. This is kind of like what you want to get.
Looks like it's been handmade.
Yeah, that's beautiful. They don't make these things like they used to. Okay, we get like a little cutter.
Yeah, so you could do this. This one's a tad big. And you'd have to work at finding the right thing. Okay. I was making them somewhere and I used a glass.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Like I have a small mason jar.
And as long as you're just getting cut.
Yeah, okay.
Since this is tradition, so we're just going to go along and we're going to cut.
Okay, we're smearing the butter.
So the butter's all even. Then I'm just going to divide it in half.
Yeah.
And plop it.
That's it.
Okay, we're not quite
so this
done.
is what we're looking for. And then we take the leftover bits and combine into one to make more.
Rise in a warm state, free from about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, so we're covering that rise.
Yeah.
For 15 minutes.
Did you do a apple thing?
All right, preheat oven for 425.
And I'm always wondering whether I should use the convection. But
you don't, you just use bake.
I just use bake, but I think that...
All right, so it's been sitting for 15 minutes and it's got all puffy. And then we...
the trouble with the stupid convention is
that it takes longer to preheat.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, we did change to convection, or convection, but we can do bake too. Both work.
Bake.
We're changing back to bake.
See.
Wait, you did 425. I thought it was 400.
Well, the convection is weird.
Okay.
We're just doing this.
Okay, but it's 400. Oh no, 425. Okay. All right, 425. They're going in for.
There we go.
For 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And there's a bunch of them.
All right, so this is 15 minutes on 425. Oh, gorgeous. And they got all puffy.
And they're still...
Oh yeah, they're not... Oh, they're perfect. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
On a minute.
So we'll let them cool down a minute and then we'll put on the wire rack eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how that is. It had to be up at the airport.
All right, so these are drying on the rack. We let them cool, right?
Right.
And then we'll put them just in a baggie.
I am. I'm going to let them cool quite a while, though.
Yeah, okay. And then put them in a baggie, and then to reheat, you just
really fast.
A couple minutes in on 350, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't want to do it too much because you'll dry them out.
Yeah, okay, so you don't want to dry them out. Okay. All right. There we go.